Welcome back to our two-part special about Barbenheimer. Talked about the cultural phenomenon. We talked about Oppenheimer. Now we're diving into part two. We're talking about the movie we all watched second. Can't have dessert before dinner. Let's talk about Barbie. What'd you guys think?
My one contention, not contention, I would say the one thing about Barbie is
We're
that
already off the rails.
Yeah, I was like, wow, we're just going.
He's about to say something extremely misogynist.
no.
Careful what you
Not
say about this
contention.
movie.
My one critique is that I feel like it's operating it's still unique, but I felt there's a lot of similarity in terms of its genre with the Lego movie. And I do ultimately feel like the Lego movie was still a better film than Barbie.
That is so wrong.
What?
That's
Careful
my
about
God.
that.
Where is that a painting
Ooh.
thing?
What the hell? Wait, what are you guys talking about?
Oh.
Barbie's better, and it's not close.
That is one of the
Wait,
most
what-
ridiculous
what?
things.
Whoa.
Just because they're both postmodern, like toy,
They're both toy movies.
but
Oh,
Barbie's
both
way
extremely meta films about like
Barbie's
about
way
characters who are
more
more well known as like a toy interacting
Wow,
with the
that's
real
extremely
world and
specific
stuff.
there.
Obviously, Barbie goes further with the meta stuff, and I enjoyed that. But I'm just
Way
saying, it's like
further.
very
Where's Ryan
similar.
Gosling in the Lego movie?
What?
There's no Kenergy in the Lego movie.
Oh my God.
That is true. That is true. But I think Wild Style, like having the name Wild Style, it has a bit of energy to it.
No, it has none. There's literally
Yeah.
no. The Ken is not in that movie.
That is true.
don't
Yeah,
know.
that is true. That is a major check against the Lego movie, is that it does not include. I do.
Oh, the internet's trying to cut off his bad takes.
What are you talking about? Wait, what? This is a bad. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
is this a
it's
joke right
wrong.
now?
It's not
Like, what are you
correct.
guys all
It's
on
it is
about?
wrong.
The
It's bad.
Lego movie is a great film. What
No,
are you guys
definitely.
talking
I'm not saying it's a bad film. The Lego
I'm
film
not saying
is a
that. I'm
great
just saying
film,
Barbie's better.
but they're just not comparable. It's like saying that it's like Transformers or something. I
The
mean,
fuck are you guys talking about?
It's
This
like
is
comparing Barbie
this
to
is not
Oppenheimer.
even like this is not a controversial thing. I'm just saying the two. I'm so like how are
no,
they
it's not.
not
I don't
similar?
feel like
No,
Yeah,
this
how are they not similar?
They are similar. We're just all saying that Barbie's better.
Okay.
And it's not close.
Yeah. Okay. So
Wanna
that
emphasize
that is
point,
how you
too.
guys
That's-
are right. Okay.
that's-
I'm glad we have the parameters of the argument down before going through with it.
Yeah,
Anyway,
but also, I don't
Lego
think
movie
it's like
had was able to do so much more from a creative perspective, like visually, like having a far wider. Well, Barbie kind of felt like it was a bit contained. Again, it's like not like a major fault, just like in terms of comparison between the two, and the Lego movie also having its meta elements be a twist, I think maybe worked a bit better, like from a thematic point of view, for getting its point across better.
This is the most serious thing that has ever happened.
It's true. It's true.
no. I just thought.
I'm just wondering if the
That was the
comparison's
first
there
thing you
because
said,
Will
though.
Ferrell's here. That's what I'm saying. I'm
No,
wondering if that's why.
that is true.
Oh, if we're talking about bad takes, Ben and I had an argument the other day after Barbie about kicking and screaming.
It's a
And-
terrible film.
No, it's a great film. It's one of the best films of all time.
I would like to die.
That movie is so good. It's so funny. Pass It to the Italians is not used enough in sports.
I don't know.
culture.
Have we said anything about Barbie yet, or have we just started
Yeah,
comparing?
let's talk about Barbie. Let's talk about
just making a point anyway.
But Declan, that's why I think we all did that, because
Yeah, you guys went on to this freaking like thing. Like,
Oh, Declan.
Well, we had to make our disagreement clear. I think we
Oh,
did
yeah.
that. Now we can get back on
It wasn't
track.
intentional. It was like an unintentional, like reflex.
Yeah, what we're
Just
saying
something
is
that
that look, Barbie has a lot to say in not a lot of runtime, right? Like it's
Yeah.
very palatable at just under 2 hours, and it's a very smart film. And that's what we're saying, is that it has more to say than the Lego movie. That's it.
Yeah.
Definitely much more postmodern. But yeah, I don't know. Like comparing movies like that, it doesn't really matter. I think the Barbie film is unique enough on its own.
Yeah.
Strange film. It literally makes fun of the very doll that has gotten them to make a movie for them. And Lego movie, like Legos are happy. It's like, yeah, it's still fun to play with Legos. And Barbie, it's like at the end, I guess it's sort of, heartwarming or whatever, but they literally just make fun of the entire history of Barbie, which I'm down for. But I don't know that there's another film that does that. But I really enjoy them making fun of all the terrible ideas that the company had over the years, like
Alan.
Your daddy.
Alan's the best. Alan is the. I love
I
Alan.
love Alan. Michael Cera was the perfect casting.
What was the other one? It was like something Jim.
There was like big ear. Are you talking about Big Earring Ken or something like that?
No. Mattel
Magic
made
Earring Ken.
they made another
Sugar Daddy
like,
Ken.
Oh, Midge.
No, it was called like something Jim. I'll see if I can find it. But yeah, I thought it was great. They just made fun of everyone. Everyone's getting Nobel Prizes, and that there's inequality in Barbie Land that reflects the reverse of the real world.
Funny. There are more, like, there are Nobel. The main character of Barbie is a Nobel Prize winner, and yet the main character of Oppenheimer is not a Nobel Prize winner.
Well, that's true. Wait, I don't think that Barbie. She wasn't the one. The stereotypical Barbie wasn't the one that.
No, she wasn't. But Barbie is more of a hive mind.
I think the Manhattan Project was kind of too.
I guess.
Everyone at Los Alamos lived together.
You had stereotypical Oppenheimer. You had Dr. Oppenheimer. You had
German Oppenheimer.
Weird Oppenheimer. And then you had,
Dutch Oppenheimer. British German
Oppenheimer.
But yeah, I thought it was kind of fantastic. And there's plenty of jokes in there. I mean, I'm not really sure how to approach like all of the different criticisms that she litters throughout the film, but it's sort of something you just have to watch and embrace.
Yeah, I think, like Oppenheimer, but in a completely different way, it's a film with a message. And what's great about this film is that it doesn't hammer you over the head with it.
Kind of does, but I like it.
I don't know. It felt subtle.
I have no problem with being hammered over the head with this kind of
It's not really
messaging.
subtle, but it's like it goes through standard motions of a story, and then it'll just put something in there that's like, what? Just, like an aside comment or
Note to the filmmakers: Margot Robbie is probably not the best person to convey this
exactly.
idea.
It's like
Every member
there are
of
a lot of-
NSYNC, Alan.
yeah. But they put it out throughout the story so that it never like hammers you on the head with it. I wouldn't say it's subtle because they're very explicit about it when they talk, but it's not like it's everywhere.
It's not. It doesn't feel like a polemic or something like that that's being shouted at you or something.
Yeah,
I do feel hit over the head with Kenergy.
That is true.
And one of the greatest performances I've ever seen in a comedy.
Ryan Gosling has
Rushes it.
He dedicated himself to that.
He's literally me.
Someone posted somewhere, I think it was someone here, something to the effect of like Ryan Gosling talks about Ken in a way that like people making jokes on the internet would say he was talking about Ken, or it's like something to that effect. Like just his level of dedication to Ken and like all he's doing is like it's like again, it just adds to the film.
Yeah, I mean, like he's so funny. Like when he was like,
"Hi, Barbie."
When I figured out the patriarchy wasn't just horses, I wasn't even interested anyway.
Do you have the time? You're asking me? No,
my job.
I don't.
It's just beach.
There's a lot of great moments with the wardrobe too. Like after that, he starts wearing like 5 watches.
And the giant coats.
Yeah.
The Mojo Dojo Casa House.
Again, the fact that that part is so funny and not stupid is like amazing, you know?
No, I think that's Declan. You make a good point. That's sort of a summary for the whole movie.
Mm,
Is that there are times like a Barbie movie very well could have been stupid, but this one isn't. It's
mm.
great. It's fun. You know,
I feel like it balances all the
there's a
stupid
lane for this movie to be
characters.
bad, and it didn't take that lane.
Mm.
No, I thought it was gonna be good.
Awesome.
But yeah,
Well,
I think like what you say about Ken, I feel like the stupid characters both act very stupid and very smart at different times.
Mm.
So it balances it out.
Mm.
It's not just like
Very,
stupid all the time.
very interesting to see Kingsley Benadir as sort of this himbo Ken, and then go
That's
back
right.
to Secret Invasion and see him try to be
no, nobody's watching Secret Invasion.
That's a good point.
I'll be honest, no one is. I liked it though for 5 episodes.
Thank
You
you.
watched it?
Whole 5 episodes. I
Okay,
really
okay.
liked
Haven't
it.
seen 6 yet. Have not seen 6 yet.
I haven't seen any of them,
Ben,
and
I agree.
you got to abandon this stuff. Like you're the reason they keep making these things.
They just episode 6 is what they couldn't abandon, really, but they refused to get rid of.
Oh my god.
All right, now I kind of want to end this episode early and go watch it.
It's not great.
So let's talk about the elephant in the room, and that is
The wokeness.
The woke virus.
The woke mind virus that has infected this
I
film.
genuinely don't know where I was going with that. Let's talk about the real world and the Barbie.
Oh. Actually, I did have a point. I pretty much love this film throughout. I would say the only thing that works to, and I understand why they did this because they want it to be, open to everybody, so not just older people go to see the Barbie film. But the emotional conclusion at the end is a little too long. I feel like it hurts the pacing because the movie is not that long, and you're laughing for a lot of time, and then 20 minutes of just pure emotional gobbledygook is a little too much for me. But it makes sense for a movie like this if you want to have a broad audience.
I do. It's an unfortunate thing where because the film, which I think is good, wants to make sure many of its themes are being told are captured and understood by people, it sort of feels compelled, like it needs to say everything that it's trying to convey. And I don't fault it for that. But it is. But yeah, it is a lot that they're saying at the end to try to get at all the themes.
I get what Declan is saying, and I'll do my point, and then I'll go to you. But I think the big issue is that it doesn't have a lot to say as much as it has to make fun of. So the points that they make at the end, and most of the points in the film are more emotional about empowering women and stuff, which is great and all, but there's not a lot to talk about there. And then the end is very an emotional, supposed to be empowering speech. But a pure filmatic point of view, that doesn't stick the landing for a comedy.
Yeah. I should have phrased it better. It's conveying the.
Yeah, I got what you were going for.
I mean, I also think, actually, George, you go ahead because you were waiting. I can.
Yeah, no. All I was going to say is that I don't think that the ending was poorly paced. I think, was this the way I thought the story would go? Probably not. I think I expected something a little bit different. I tried to avoid as much description of the story as possible before going in. But I have no issue with the way that it ended. I thought it's a very logical end point and sort of adds the question of what it means to be human, which is a theme throughout. And I think what we get from the ending of this film is the message that it's really up to all of us to decide. And I think that's what Barbie, stereotypical Barbie, experiences through her arc. It's a very logical endpoint for her story. So I take no issue with the ending. Max, over to you.
Yeah, I mean, I think we also kind of have to understand that it wasn't necessarily a message for us, right?
Well,
It was
that's what I'm
so
getting at.
like, and that's okay. It's great that we appreciate it and that we can recognize that it's there and how important it is to be part of the conversation, but it's not necessarily for us. And that, you know, all the, you know, the comments online that are going after it for being like a woke or
Well,
you know,
that's
feminist
like, honestly,
I don't understand that. And I get what you're
yeah.
saying. It's not about being for us. It's just about whether I think it makes it a better or worse film. It's like Oppenheimer could have been a lot more empowering too. It would have
I mean,
been.
Oppenheimer could have been another Don't Look Up and just hammered us over the head with the message.
Yeah, I feel like going too far in any direction is never my ideal way to do it. But it's meant for a younger audience. Like, it's not going to be more ambiguous because they want younger people to watch it. The younger people are the people I made the Barbie movie for. I don't think it's necessarily like, you know, that much of a movie for like older, you know, women. I asked my sister what she thought of the ending, and she's like, "Yeah, it was fine." I'm sure there are plenty of women that will get it, but it is.
You are picking it apart on a movie podcast.
Yeah.
Huh?
But
She-
Ben,
she
isn't
doesn't
your
have a-
issue more the pacing of it than anything else? I mean, like that's just more of an
Yeah.
execution thing than it is a message
Well,
thing.
it's both. The message is fine, but they do extend it for a period of time, and I think the message gets lost because it's a sort of repetitive thing.
Yeah, that's more execution than I think anything than it is an issue with the message itself.
I guess, but the message took up like 20 minutes, which is a lot in a
Right, but
hour
yes, still,
minute film.
yeah.
I guess the message would be fun. I mean, yeah, I guess the message would be fine if it's just not as long. I think the
Sounds
big
like
issue
male rage.
it like stops the flow of it because it flows really nicely with the comedy, with all of the messaging throughout the film. When you get to the end, I just feel like the messaging takes over. You get less of the comedy, which I guess makes sense for a conclusion, but it's just too much of a hard stop to the pace of the film for me. And then it ends on the I'm here to see my gynecologist, which brings it right back, but at the end of the film, it was just sort of an odd ending for me. I didn't feel like it completely worked. Also, Will Ferrell's character is largely unnecessary.
He almost feels like a red herring in the film. Like, oh, you think he's going to be,
Yeah.
but they give it. But
They give him a
if
very
he was supposed
positive
to be a
role.
red herring, they probably give him too many scenes then because it's like, it's.
You know what it is?
I feel like it's a
He
weird
was
place.
largely absent
Greta
from the
Gerwig
movie.
wanted to make fun of the CEO, but the CEO of Mattel did not want to be made fun of. I mean, I feel like there's only so far you can take it when you start making fun of the executives that probably greenlit your project.
Yeah,
They might be like, all right, let's rein it back. This is a kid's film.
like it's difficult to like conceptualize, especially in a film that's like meant to like be a widely watched and liked film. It's difficult to imagine any like critiques of the CEOs to be much more than surface level stuff. You know?
Yeah. And I find it funny that they do. I mean, they did let them make fun of a lot of Barbie, so
Oh yeah, no, that's true.
I fully appreciated that. I mean, I'm sure it has to do with like, no matter what, this movie's going to make a lot of money. They're going to make a lot of money.
You know what? You know, so they also interestingly made a lot of fun of Ruth Handler's tax evasion.
Oh yeah.
That was so
So that is
funny.
a
Two jokes about that. There were two separate jokes about that.
I now need to go and look this up because that's such a weird thing.
I forget.
She's like a Martha Stewart level girl boss because like it's really funny.
Yeah.
Make
I
crime.
guess that's what it reminded me of because Martha Stewart makes fun of her jail stint.
That is the ultimate girl boss right there.
It's true.
Tax evader.
But yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I think, you know, Rhea Perlman is a lot of fun in that role. I think, you know, that's an interesting way to go with the story, is to bring in the creator of Barbie. In retrospect, it makes sense. that would be included. But yeah, that was fun. Tax evasion. 2 jokes.
Tax evasion, an elderly woman committing tax evasion, even though she wasn't, I don't think she was elderly at the time,
Yeah, I don't think she's elderly.
is just funny. It's
Yeah.
Oh, her ghost has an office on the 17th floor.
If we do a Barbie
That's
2,
why she's elderly.
we got to bring in Wesley Snipes as tax evasion Barbie or tax
yeah.
evasion Ken.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Like, well,
Yeah, Ken's not really something
Snipes
we
and
worry
Ruth
about.
Yeah,
Handler
you
just
didn't
doing
pay
a
property
tax-
taxes on your Mojo Dojo Casa house.
The
What
What
Barbie
did you guys think of
collapsed.
the sequence where the Kens sort of took control of Barbie world, brainwashed all the Barbies? I know that was Chip's favorite part of the movie, but
Well, yeah, they unionized.
I feel like the fact that like the 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 ways it made fun of like so many things by having it be like, oh, say you've never watched The Godfather. I feel like that was like some of the funniest parts of the film. And then having all the Barbies and Kens on the beach all playing the exact same song and then causing an inter like locking civil war by all of them being like, who are you texting right now? It's like, I don't know, like that was great. I love that part.
Yeah, and I also loved yeah, that was hilarious, but we have to talk about the song.
Yes.
Matchbox 20.
No, not the Matchbox. Although that was so funny. The
I just can.
yeah,
Or the what is it? The battle off between Simu Liu.
when they beat each other off.
Yeah, beach off.
It's the fact that they went so hard on that sequence is an encapsulation and testament to the film's quality.
I think it was kind of insane how far they went.
dare I say the dance battle?
A kids movie. They did intend for kids to be able to see this film.
Dare I say the dance battle is a bigger, more momentous occasion for Hollywood than the 15-minute Gene Kelly dance sequence in Singing in the Rain.
That's not invalid.
This is so much bigger than that. I'm sorry.
Well, that scene has no Kenergy, so
that is true. Yeah, honestly,
this scene is still. There's probably like 50 Kens there. That's a lot of energy.
What?
What
do you think La La Land's energy level is?
0? That's
I mean, it's Ryan Gosling.
Character.
Ryan Gosling's energy is actually not very high in that film.
Mm-hmm.
Way too good.
What's his energy and drive?
Ooh,
that's like negative.
Yeah.
That's negative energy right there.
Yeah, that's
Blade Runner 2049
energy.
But his Kenergy in The Nice Guys is the closest he comes.
Yeah,
to
a lot of Kenergy in The Nice Guys.
Barbie.
I think from now on, every time we talk about a Ryan Gosling movie, we have to talk about his Kenergy.
Quite possibly, yeah.
Yeah, I think this movie, you know, we talked at length about Oppenheimer. It's like shot chaser. This movie is the chaser for Oppenheimer. It was just a good way to end the day, I think.
This is a mimosa after like a car bomb.
Yeah.
Or this is like a Barbie movie about after a movie about
an Oppenheimer movie.
Thank you for
ruining
my metaphor.
Benihana after, which was
yeah, that's true.
That was a great chaser.
Oh my god, that was really good. Luckily, I don't think any of the people there were actually Japanese.
Oh god,
we were safe.
No, what are you talking about? Yeah, they were. The chef, Ben.
The chef was not Japanese.
Yes, he was.
We're still talking about Barbie?
No, we went to Benihana. Our hibachi chef was not Japanese.
Why would you bring that up when I'm giving the context?
He said we went to Benihana
Chip,
after.
wasn't that an episode of The League?
No, yes, but it was a sushi chef who was very clearly white. This guy was not white, Ben. What are you talking about?
Yeah, just because he wasn't white doesn't make him Japanese.
Okay, but I think it's a reason.
But he works at Benihana, so he has to be.
It's not like he's wearing, a face mask or anything. You can very clearly see his
Actually,
face.
he was wearing a face mask.
Oh, he was wearing one of those, yeah.
Yeah, he was wearing. Yeah,
You can see most of his face. You can hear
Remember when Fauci was like, it's gonna be like 2 years before you can have a Benihana chef flick a piece of shrimp into your mouth.
yeah, and that's basically when I stopped following COVID regulations because
Once
you can
learn,
take everything
He's
else.
got to have his shrimp.
You can take everything else. You can't take Benihana.
So
never do that.
another question about Barbie and the the real world versus the Barbie world. We sort of get our bridge there with America Ferrera's character. What do you guys think of her role in the movie?
He was terrific.
Yeah, she's very good. I feel like it was kind of unfair. I don't remember the whoever played her daughter, but I feel like it's a little bit unfair playing a human in this movie because
Was
you
it
just
the
don't get
girl-
to have much fun.
Yeah,
This might be stupid, but was it the girl from Logan?
I think it is. Yes, that's where I know her from.
I don't know.
I
I don't
think it is.
You're
I
right.
don't think
They
it
look
is. I'm
similar.
pretty sure it's not.
I don't think it is.
Wait, no, I think the girl
She's
from-
definitely been in something, but I can't remember what it is.
I'm gonna
the girl
check
from
on
Logan
it.
is older,
This
though.
But it
is
might
why
be
God
Logan.
gave us Letterboxd.
No, it is
I'm
not.
pretty sure it's not. It's not.
Okay, it
It's
is
not.
I
Logan.
think she's too young, so that wouldn't make sense though, because
She
she
was
like,
in Infinity War and
Wait, what?
Was she young Gamora in Infinity War?
I think so.
That's
What?
wild.
Laura, shit! Wow.
Yeah, young Gamora, and
young-
then she
young Gamora.
played
That's a bigger role. That movie is
She
way
was
better.
in. Was she the one who starred? Yeah, she was. She starred opposite Adam Driver in 65.
Oh, okay, okay. That.
right. That was the movie.
the
Mhm.
actress
No one
in
saw that.
Logan was Daphne Keene or something.
Mhm.
Daphne
Oh,
Keene.
she's like big now.
I think
Right?
only
What's she been
55
in?
people saw that film.
65.
Logan?
Yeah,
Logan?
Declan saw 65.
people saw it.
I saw it on a plane. It was deeply disappointing. Here, quick review of 65. Fantastic premise, deeply disappointing.
I'm more just
Should have been much better. I mean, it's like wasn't bad, but it was just disappointing.
they wasted a year of Adam Driver's acting talent. That's a year he won't get back. It's a year I won't get back.
Like deeply sad, but true. It's such a great premise. Like, oh, freaking Adam Driver versus dinosaurs. That's amazing.
Wait, hold on.
Amazing.
What?
He even
Unlike
get Adam
Barbie-
Driver as a Ken in Barbie too.
Wait,
But
hold
it's not
on.
even
What happened?
dinosaurs.
Barbie, on the other
Dinosaurs?
hand, takes a great premise, which is like Barbie, like Barbie dealing with anxiety and depression,
And cellulite.
and then building on that to make a great film. Basically, Greta Gerwig saw 65 and said, "You know what? I'm not going to do that," and that's how she made Barbie.
Wait, so Adam, there's a movie where Adam Driver fights dinosaurs? That's awesome.
Yeah,
I know,
65
right?
came out
It should be
this year.
fantastic. Like,
I'm
and
going to watch.
it's just
Now, does he win?
Bad.
I can't spoil it. Can't spoil it.
The dinosaurs.
There aren't any dinosaurs left, and Adam Driver's still alive, so I think I have my answer. But
I think you might
Yeah.
be right.
Twist of the century, he kills all the dinosaurs only to be eliminated by a meteor.
No, he
well,
kills all
you
the
know,
dinosaurs and gets eliminated by locusts.
Oh, that's right. Prehistoric locusts.
Mhm. Greta Gerwig, thank you for making your film good,
Yeah.
not disappointing like 65 was.
I don't think I have too much else to say with Barbie. It's a fun time. And my criticism of the pacing is very minor.
Mhm.
I think overall, I would want it to just embrace its outrageous criticisms, but obviously, I know why I can't do that. I know why Mattel would never allow them to do that.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that Mattel is considering and already has in
Yeah.
development a bunch of toy
Yeah.
movies?
I will
Oh,
not
yeah.
see it.
Have you seen that quote from like Daniel?
In
I
fact,
think I was
Daniel
talking about
Kaluuya playing
Oh.
Barney
and he's like,
Okay,
this Barney is gonna be intense.
in like a Spike Lee style movie.
I think my favorite quote from that was Daniel Kaluuya saying, "You know, it's always happy." Or what's his
yeah.
what's his song?
I love you.
I
love you.
love
You love me. What happens when that's not true anymore?
yeah, that was the quote I was trying to remember. Where it's
Like, what the fuck are you
what?
talking about?
If I'm making a Barney movie, that's my pitch.
That's on the
That
poster.
is-
Well,
That's on the
it's already
poster.
been done.
Have you seen
That's a lot.
have you guys ever seen the that picture of a ripped Barney? That's gonna be the Barney in this movie.
Oh dear. I'm now terrified to look that up.
Yeah, it's
Barney's
awesome.
actually just like a Michael Myers sort of serial killer where he only murders people when he puts on the Barney costume.
That's called Five Nights at Freddy's, though.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, I remember when I was little, there was like that urban legend going around every elementary school that that Barney keeps getting arrested because he has drugs in the tail.
yeah.
I remember that
The t-
theory.
Wait,
We had
So,
that too.
yeah, there was that, and also that
the
that
guy who
the
played
guy
Barney
who
was
played
arrested.
Barney in the suit.
Wait,
who
that's
died.
real?
Yeah, he was.
Oh my God, we gotta put that into the movie.
It might be in the movie.
It's just like a cokehead
Have
Barney.
you guys seen Death to Smoochie?
Oh yeah, Death to Smoochie. I've seen that.
Directed by Danny DeVito, starring Ed Norton and Robin Williams.
Mm.
Yeah, like,
It's
That's
a
the best
bizarre
cast
ass
of a movie
film,
I've
but
never heard of
fantastic.
ever.
It's Ed Norton, Robin Williams, Jon Stewart, Danny DeVito, and Catherine Keener. And Ed Norton plays a like squeaky clean kid show host who's a purple rhino named Smoochie, and he replaces Robin Williams' character
Who
in this daytime kids
he's
show.
like has a
He's super
massive
corrupt.
scandal.
He's corrupt,
Yeah.
and then it just shows like the dark underworld of children's television.
Mhm.
Chip, I think you'd really like it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a great cast.
No, yeah.
It's directed by
worth
Danny
it.
DeVito.
Is he in it?
He's in it and he directs it.
Mhm.
All right, that's good because I like him to be in it.
So any final thoughts on Barbie as we sort of get towards the end of this double feature Barbenheimer episode?
Also go see it.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's so
Go see
That's
Death
it.
to Smoochie, and definitely go see Barbie in theaters. You don't need to see 65, but Barbie, go see.
but yeah, go see both of them. Just don't do it on the same day.
No, you should do it on the same day, and then you should immediately hire a carpenter to build your Mojo Dojo Casa house after.
Hell yeah.
That doubles as a nuclear fallout shelter.
Well, of course. Got
What else
Got
would you have a Mojo Dojo Casa house for? If not to display your furs, safe from nuclear blasts.
That's what my fridge is for.
Oh, the fridge. You mean the mini fridge that's too small to even hold a six-pack?
Yeah.
And the freezer is
And
useless.
the freezer is just useless. That's so
A lot of energy. A lot of energy. So as we wrap up, Margot Robbie ranking.
I've only seen one Margot Robbie movie. Well,
How
two.
do you?
So
I don't think that she's done enough to rank her yet.
She's
seen
done
two.
plenty.
She has not done enough to rank her yet.
I literally cannot name 4 of her movies.
She
I
has
can
not done enough.
three.
She has not done enough.
Disagree.
No.
I have to agree with George on this front. She has done a fair.
Yeah, but I
Wolf
can't
of
name
Wall
them, so-
Street, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Barbie, The Suicide Squad, Babylon, I, Tonya,
All right.
Suicide Squad without the
Yeah, we're
Amsterdam, Bombshell, Mary Queen of Scots.
Wait, she did
Babylon.
yeah, she's a bombshell.
She's done a lot. I
Yeah.
think we
She's
could.
not done-
Yes,
Wait,
no.
Nah, it's okay. It's all right.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'll
what other
start.
films, but
Declan's got rankings. Go.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on, hold on.
I'll
Bombshell,
start.
the musical
Here I
from
will be
Smash?
that guy. 3 Amsterdam. Two, I'm going with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and one I'm going with Wolf of Wall Street.
See, George, you just have to understand that two of her films are Amsterdam and Babylon. You know what I think of those. They're not on the list. So yeah, I'll give her the two Scorsese film, or no, Scorsese film, Wolf of Wall Street, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I Tanya.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that Tanya yet.
But those are her best roles. I mean, she's like good in everything, but she's only had a few really great roles, in my opinion. Which is why I said that she doesn't have enough to rank.
Yeah, I would say Barbie's probably top 5 for her performances. I liked her performance in Babylon. I thought she was one of the brighter parts of that movie.
Yeah, that's fair. That's very fair.
I'll put Babylon on my top 3. I'm not gonna. Well, I guess I'll rank them. I'll say Babylon 3, Wolf of Wall Street 2, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood 1.
She is a good actor in Babylon, but I think I'm a little tired of the accent she does, the like Jersey accent she uses a lot.
The Harley Quinn accent.
Yeah, the Harley Quinn, because it's
Wolf of Wall Street.
for Harley Quinn. I don't. It's been a while since I've seen
Yeah,
that.
she does. I think it's more New York.
Well, it makes sense because they're all talking like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all from New York.
They're all from New York.
Max Chip.
I'll go. I'm gonna go
You know what, that's
Promising
totally the
Young Woman
American
at
accent you learned
3.
first.
I'll go Babylon at 2 and I, Tanya at 1.
Yeah, I've only seen 2 of them, so I'm gonna go with Barbie, and then, well, I'm gonna go. Well, Wolf of Wall Street is better, but she's better. Well, no, Wolf of Wall Street, and then Barbie. But there's no Ryan Gosling. Ryan Gosling as Ken is not in Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, she's in The Big Short. She does have a cameo role in The Big
She
Short.
has about a 2-minute
That's not.
cameo
That's
in
not.
The Big Short.
And she
That
plays
does not
herself.
count.
Yeah.
Here's Margot Robbie in a bathtub explaining, corporate finance.
Yeah.
Like
So, yeah, I was just giving
Very
you
little
that
energy in that movie.
I don't know if you've seen The Big Short, Chip. You know?
No, because
Okay. So never mind.
only nerds short sell.
All right. Barbenheimer. Both movies currently playing in movie theaters. We all saw them both in the single day. That's something. You should try it if you want to spend all day at a movie theater. You should not try it if you want to listen to Ben.
I like
Barbie's
movies.
in theaters. Oppenheimer's in theaters. We loved both movies.
Yeah.
So take our full recommendation. We will see you next week. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.